Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. So continuing on regarding the switch to my Micro Four Thirds system, I wanted to let you know what my two favorite Micro Four Thirds lenses are and basically why. For those of you that may be switching or adding a Micro Four Thirds camera, the lenses can make all the difference in the world on how you like the camera and how you like the image quality, which is the same for any camera, but even more so for these particular lenses and these particular cameras, because they can really just make what is essentially just a magical shooting experience. I keep using that word, but I don't know how else to describe it, because it's kind of like how Leica users will rave about their Leica. When you take, for instance, this little EPL-5 here, that is so small it fits in the palm of your hand, and that has the 20mm f1.7 Panasonic lens on it, you can literally put that in your pocket. It's not quite as small as, say, the Sony RX100, but it's small enough to go in your pocket, and it's capable of giving you excellent image quality to rival an APS-C, the best of the APS-C DSLRs, especially when you have one of these prime lenses on it. Now, I did a lot of research, a lot of reading of reviews and people's opinions, and watching YouTube videos and talking to people that had the systems before I bought my primes. And the primes I bought so far are the Olympus 45mm f1.8, so that's a Zuiko lens, and the Panasonic Lumix 20mm f1.7 prime. That's the one that's on the EPL-5 here. And the 45 f1.8 is actually filming this video that I'm talking to you in, so I can't show it to you here, but I have the box there. The reason for these two primes is this two focal lengths I really like. The 20mm effectively becomes a 40mm field of view in 35mm terms. The 45mm becomes a 90. 90mm is a beautiful portrait lens length, so it's a great lens there. It's also a decent lens if you wanted to stand around at a party or function and observe and take shots from a little bit of a distance with a super fast lens with super high quality. Both of these lenses are very fast, f1.8, f1.7. So yeah, they're not f1.4 or f1.2, but we're still into the ones, the 1.8 and the 1.7. So very fast, very good light gathering lenses. So they'll allow you to take images using lower ISOs and lower shutter speeds. And with the 2x crop, you get a better depth of field. You get a less shallow depth of field, which is, in my opinion, an advantage on these lenses. You could still blow out your backgrounds. There's no problem doing that. But when you need it, you can shoot in such a way that even at f1.8 or f1.7, you're getting more depth of field. You're taking advantage of that less depth of field from the smaller sensor, which is actually a great thing in a lot of situations. Sometimes shallow depth of field isn't really all that necessary. I mean, you can blow out a background at f5.6 if you know what you're doing on a DSLR. So these have plenty of shallow depth of field when you want it, but they also give you the advantage of having a little more depth of field when you're mostly just wanting the speed of the lens. Both of these lenses are incredibly sharp. They are capable of rendering incredible image quality. Out of focus areas in the background are beautifully done, beautifully rendered. Bokeh, however you want to say it, is excellent on both of these lenses, and they're not disappointing. One of the big things of why I chose these lenses is price. I got the Olympus 45 f1.8 for a little over $300, and I got the 20mm Panasonic f1.7 for a little under $300. I believe it was $280. So excellent price value proposition here. I really like the focal lengths. I love the performance, and they didn't break the bank. I got both of them for under $600. You can't do that on a DSLR or full frame camera. You're going to spend a lot more for these type of lenses. So for the price, these was what I wanted to start with these because they're excellent. So I wasn't compromising on quality for price, but they gave me what I wanted at a really good price. Other primes that I looked at that I may add later is the Olympus 12mm f.2. Really great lens, well reported on. The Panasonic 25mm f1.4, which is the it's a Lumix, but it's also it's a what is that? I'm trying to remember now if that's the Leica or the Zeiss glass in it. Anyways, it's the higher end 25mm f1.4 Panasonic. But I felt that I wanted the 20mm. I didn't want quite the length of the 25, so this is a 40 instead of a 50 in 35mm terms. And it cost me almost half price, so that was a big thing there. And image quality wise, I'm sure some people would argue that the 25 f1.4 gives you a little bit better image quality, but from what I've seen, I think it's negligible how much better image quality. It's just more a question of, do you want that extra little bit of aperture speed, and do you like the focal length at 25mm? Of course, there is also some other longer lenses available for the Olympus, and some other lenses available, of course, too, for the Panasonic. But if you're starting out with a Micro Four Thirds, I would suggest, depending on the focal length you prefer most, that you go for either the Olympus 45mm f1.8 or the Panasonic 20mm f1.7. Simply because bang for the buck, you can't beat it, and you're going to get to see what people are talking about with this magical performance, this magical look, this magical image quality that we're getting out of these cameras. The EPL-5 with this 20mm or this 45mm is just stunning image quality and stunning video quality. It transfers over to the video too, which is why I'm shooting this video with the 45mm over the kit zooms. Night and day using one of these primes over one of the kit zooms. So anyways, I hope that helps you decide if you're looking at getting a Micro Four Thirds camera. Definitely look at one of these primes or one of the other highly rated primes if you don't particularly like the focal length of these. But really, between the 20mm or the 45mm gives you a choice of two great focal lengths, two excellent lenses, highly rated, excellent image quality, and it's going to let you see what is really what the Four Thirds system is, Micro Four Thirds system is really capable of. So I totally suggest getting one of these lenses if you're stepping into a Micro Four Thirds body to add to your existing DSLRs, or if you're switching over. Anyways, folks, hope that helps you out if you're looking at that, and stay tuned. We'll be back soon with some new videos, some new articles. We'll keep up to date with what's going on in the world of photography here at artoftheimage.com.